Hello, it's a pleasure to have you here. What keeps terrorism alive? Is it the guns? Is it the fighters hiding in forests? Or is it something far less visible? The network of people quietly supplying the drugs, money, food, and logistics that allow terrorist groups to continue operating. Nigeria's military may have uncovered another critical piece of that puzzle after troops intercepted a suspected foreign drugs courier allegedly transporting prohibited substances to terrorists operating around the Lake Chad region. But if one courier has been arrested, the bigger question is this: how many others are still moving freely across Nigeria's borders? The Nigerian military says troops of Sector 3, Joint Task Force Northeast, operating Handikai, intercepted the suspect during a careful coordinated operation along the Maiduguri-Mungunu corridor in Borno State. According to military authorities, the operation followed intensive search and intelligence-driven patrols targeting suspicious movements towards the Lake Chad Island, an area that has remained one of the operational bases of terrorist groups for years. The suspect has been identified as Mrs. Rachel Samuel, a 48-year-old Chadian national from Kelo in the Chari Begurumi province of Chad. According to the military, she was traveling towards Kwatan Dorumbanga in Kokawa local government area when troops intercepted her vehicle and conducted a search that uncovered a significant quantity of prohibited items. What security forces reportedly discovered was not an ordinary smuggling operation. Troops recovered 7 compressed bundles of suspected cannabis, weighing about 30 kilograms, 2 10-liter containers of hydromercuric chloride, locally known as sock and dye, 48 bottles of dry gin, 61 bottles of hyper-alcoholic drinks, a mobile phone, ATM cards, cash, and other personal belongings. Military officials estimate that the recovered items are worth millions of naira. But this story is about far more than drugs. According to the military, preliminary intelligence indicates that these substances were allegedly being transported into areas occupied by terrorist groups around the Lake Chad Island. If that assessment is confirmed during further investigations, then Nigeria has not simply intercepted illegal narcotics. It may have disrupted a supply chain that directly supports terrorist operations. This immediately raises a troubling question: why would terrorists need drugs and alcohol? According to intelligence consistently gathered by Nigerian security agencies, illicit drugs and intoxicants are frequently used by terrorist groups to stimulate fighters, suppress fear, increase aggression, and prepare members psychologically before carrying out violent attacks. If that intelligence is accurate, then every successful drug shipment threatens terrorist capability. Every intercepted shipment weakens it. For years, many Nigerians have viewed terrorism mainly through the lens of military confrontations. Images of airstrikes, gun battles, and destroyed camps dominate headlines. But modern terrorism survives because of logistics. Terrorists cannot fight without supplies. They need food. They need fuel. They need communication equipment. They need financiers. They need informants. They need transporters. And according to this latest operation, they may also depend on individuals willing to move narcotics across difficult terrain into remote operational areas. That is why this arrest deserves serious attention. The battlefield is no longer just where bullets are fired. The battlefield also includes the roads, supply routes, and hidden networks that keep terrorist organizations alive. Destroying those networks may prove just as important as eliminating the fighters themselves. The involvement of a foreign national also raises difficult questions about regional security. Nigeria shares extensive borders with Chad, Niger, and Cameroon around the Lake Chad basin. Those borders facilitate trade and movements between neighboring countries. Unfortunately, they have also been exploited by terrorist organizations, armed traffickers, and organized criminal networks. How many supply routes currently exist across those borders? How many have already been dismantled? And how many remain active today? This is precisely why counter-terrorism cannot be achieved by one country acting alone. Terrorist groups operating around Lake Chad do not recognize national boundaries. They recruit across borders. They move across borders. They transport weapons across borders. Intelligence sharing and military cooperation among countries within the region remain essential if these networks are to be dismantled permanently. The military has confirmed that the suspect remains in custody while all recovered exhibits have been secured pending transfer to the appropriate law enforcement agencies for further investigation and prosecution. But investigators now face much bigger questions. Who organized the shipments? Who financed it? Who was expecting to receive the consignments? Was this a single delivery or part of a much larger distribution network stretching beyond Nigeria? If authorities can answer those questions, this operation could lead to even more arrests and expose additional collaborators supporting terrorist organizations behind the scenes. The operation also highlights the increasing importance of intelligence-led military operations. Rather than waiting for terrorists to launch attacks, security agencies are focusing more attention on disrupting the logistics that sustain them. That strategy targets not only armed fighters, but also transporters, financiers, suppliers, and collaborators. After all, a terrorist organization cut off from its supplies becomes significantly weaker even before soldiers reach the battlefield. Operation Handicap described the interception as another important step towards dismantling terrorist support networks operating in Nigeria's northeast. The theater command also commended the troops involved for their vigilance and professionalism while urging members of the public to continue providing credible intelligence capable of assisting security agencies. Public cooperation remains one of the most powerful weapons against terrorism. Many successful operations begin with information provided by ordinary citizens. Communities often notice suspicious movements before security agencies do. Every report, every tip-off, and every piece of credible intelligence increases the chances of preventing future attacks before innocent lives are lost. Nigeria's fight against terrorism has entered another critical phase. Military victories alone will not end the insurgency if supply networks remain intact. Every terrorist depends on someone who provides food, someone who transports supplies, someone who finances operations, and someone who keeps the logistics moving. Cutting those lifelines may ultimately become one of the most effective weapons available to security forces. The arrest of this suspected courier serves as a reminder that terrorism is sustained not only by those carrying weapons, but also by those operating quietly behind the scenes. Breaking those hidden networks requires sustained military operations, stronger regional cooperation, effective intelligence gathering, and continued public vigilance. The war against terrorism is no longer just about chasing gunmen. It is about dismantling every link in the chain that keeps violent groups alive. And if this latest operation is any indication, Nigerian security forces are increasingly targeting those hidden links. What do you think? Should Nigerians strengthen border security even further to prevent supplies from reaching terrorist groups? Or should greater attention now focus on dismantling the financial and logistical networks that sustain terrorism? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you appreciate in-depth reporting and fearless analysis, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest reports. I'm Chidera Isom. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next reports.